Sounds like Angelica Nicole.
Feels like I'm falling and flying at the same time.
All the females rock with me.
And it don't matter to me if I survive.
Let's get it.
So how do you do that?
Jeez.
Won't change myself for no one else, only you. Taking control, but it's my brain losing it all. But I don't mind, babe, letting our souls, as long as you're my babe is yours. Taking control, but it's my brain. It feels like I'm falling and flying at the same time.
What a beautiful sound.
And it don't matter to me.
Rock with me.
So how do you do the things that you do? Won't change myself for no one else.
Alright. Ladies, hold on. Listen. Right now, we're going to do what Uncle Drummer does. Right now, we're going to call overseas and see if we can get the artist who goes by the name of Angelica Nicole. Let's see if we can get her on the phone right now. Let's see what's popping.
Hello.
Hey, Angelica, you good?
Yes, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm happy to be talking to you right now. How's it going?
I know, finally.
Yeah. How's your day been?
It's been good. It's a little early over here. It's not even noon yet, so I haven't had a chance to do too much, which is great because everything that's going on out here, I am physically and mentally exhausted.
Yeah. Let's talk about that for 1 second. Yeah, not too long, but just 1 second. Like I'm hearing it, and this is like ricochet to what's really going on over there. So what's really going on over there? How is it in real life? What's going on?
Okay, so in the beginning, it was kind of shocking. A lot of people were taking advantage of the situation and like looting and stealing stuff. But I think a lot of people are now focused on what the actual issue is.
Yeah.
Every protest that I've been to has been 100% peaceful. Everybody's literally passing out free food, free water. There's music. Everybody is literally just loving each other. Everybody from all different walks of. The only time it turns violent is when the police show up. Like, that's literally the only time it turns violent. Other than that, everybody literally loves each other. And it's been really powerful and really peaceful and really beautiful to witness and be a part of, actually.
Okay. Well, the main thing about this thing is that people are unifying. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
To me personally, I think, like, you know what I mean? The police are always going to be the police. You know, you can't change them. Yeah, they got their job, and that's how they see things. And a lot of the time, they only see things one way. So, you know, as long as the people are unifying and getting some overstanding on what the situation is and trying to make a change, that's the main thing, right?
Yeah, no, it's actually been incredible to look at the world map. Like, this is the largest civil rights movement in history. All 50 states have been protesting, which is crazy because there are so many states that are, known to be very racist. So it's really surprising that a lot of people are protesting in literally every single state.
No, that's good, man, and that's a blessing, man. And it shows that no matter what we're doing in life, no matter how we feel life is taking us, there's always room for change. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
All right, so let's get into it now.
All right.
All right, let's get into it. So, all right, we know that we don't know, we're going to tell the people, just a little breakdown on yourself and what you do.
Okay, so my name is Angelica Nicole. I am a singer, songwriter, actress, everything. I'm from Burbank, California originally. I spent most of my life growing up in Burbank, but my mom is originally from Louisiana. She is Black and Sicilian, and my dad is Guatemalan, and he's from LA. I grew up just in church, singing music and writing. I've actually been singing since I could talk. My mom said one of my first words was me singing.
That's
So I've just been doing it forever. So it's just something that comes second nature to me, and I'm just trying to go with the flow and see where it takes me.
All right. So let's go back to the childhood now, yeah?
Sure.
When do you remember yourself singing? At what age?
So I remember being in preschool, and I remember being a part of a performance, and the teacher asked me to sing by myself, and I didn't understand why I was singing by myself and everybody else was standing behind me. And then my mom broke it down, and she was like, look, you're good. You can actually sing. That's why you have a solo. And if you're nervous, don't be, because you sound good. Because if you didn't sound good, I wouldn't let you get up there and embarrass me. So I got up there, I sang, I felt super comfortable. I didn't realize why people were, clapping for me, and it went from there. Every time I, went out for an audition for my school or for my choir or something, I would get the solo, and it was just very fun for me to be like on stage. Most people get really nervous when they get up there, and that's where I feel the most comfortable.
Excellent. So, are you coming from a musical background?
Actually, no. Nobody in my family can sing.
Oh, wow. So you're the first, right?
Yeah, not one person in my family can sing. Like, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear that.
All right. So growing up as a young lady, yeah, what type of music was being played in your household, and what type of music really made an impact on you?
Well, I was really fortunate to hear a little bit of everything. I heard, from my dad, I heard all the West Coast rappers and all the 90s R&B and stuff like that. And then from my mom, I heard all the classics like Motown, like Etta James and Marvin Gaye, Earth, Wind and Fire. So I really have a very eclectic group of artists that I listen to. My favorite that has always stuck with me was Prince. He was just ridiculously talented. He played like every instrument, and he was an incredible artist, great performer. So, yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace to the Prince, man.
I know.
Rest in peace to the Prince. So, okay, so let's talk about the first time you actually got on a stage or heard your own record. What was the response like from people?
I was okay. So, one of the first times I was on stage and I sang, I surprisingly had a lot of older Black women come up to me and tell me, like, "Girl, I thought when I looked up I was going to see a Black girl. Like, I didn't think that is what you looked like when you sang. Like, that's not what I imagined." Yeah. And I heard that a lot. And then when I listened to my own stuff, to me, I'm very critical of my own music. So I can play something and everybody's like, "Oh my God, that's amazing." And I'll hear it and I'm like, that note was off. This note was off. I don't like this. Like, and I'm so critical. So when I hear myself, I feel like I sound like a child when I sing. But everybody else hears it and they're like, "No, it's smooth. You sound like Aaliyah and whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, I mean, I'll take your word for it."
No, you have got a really good voice though.
Thank you.
I can't doubt them on that. You've got a really good voice, and the way you sing, you sound like a professional. Like some people sing, they're not quite there yet, but you're definitely there. So,
well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
They ain't lying. They ain't lying. All right.
Unless you're lying too.
No. All right. So, when let's say you could form a supergroup, yeah, and it consists of you and 3 other people, and those 3 other people could be dead or alive. Who would they be?
Ooh, One of the people I would have to choose, I don't know if you know him, his name is Craig David.
Yeah,
And
English boy, English boy.
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Let me tell you right now, before we go any further, the musicians that come from England, oh my, like, honestly, I think they blow us out of the water, if I'm being 100% honest. Like, I listen to it, I'm like, we are not on this level. Even, I listen to some Korean R&B as well,
Yeah.
and even they have so much soul, and they're, like, on such a different level than we are out here. Everybody's about mumble rap and all this other BS that is awful. So Craig David would have to be one of them. Another artist that I like is an artist by the name of Her.
Yeah, I know her. Wicked singer. Wicked.
Oh, amazingly talented. Just absolutely beautiful. And then Prince. I'd have to add him in there for some funk.
That would be a badass group, you know. Seriously.
I would love to. If you have any contacts, call them. Tell them to get in contact with me.
That would be a badass group. That's a good pick as well. That was a good pick. All right, so I want to go back. I don't know if it was 5 years ago, but when I looked on the internet, it said 5 years. So let's go back to that time when you auditioned for American Idol, right?
Okay.
At that point when they said, yeah, go on, it's your time, did the anxiety and nervousness hit you, or was you just going in there like fully confident and doing it?
I don't even think it was confidence. I think it was just like, this is just what I do. Like, I sing all the time, and like, you're just normal people that I'm gonna sing in front of, and it's just happened to be recorded on TV. Like, you know, you don't see those millions of people watching, so you don't think about it. For me, it was just, I need to sing for these 3 people in front of me, one of which I really admire, which is Harry Connick Jr.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just kind of sang, and of course I was nervous. I was like shaking the entire time, but in my head I knew that everything happened for a reason, and if I didn't make it, I didn't make it. If I did, I did.
And how's life changed since that time now?
Honestly, I've made a lot of really good friends from the people who I was on the season with.
Yeah.
I made more connections through them than I did like the producers of the show or like the judges of the show.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I found out through being on the show, it's a lot of politics.
Yeah.
So that was just a really good learning experience for me to see all the behind the scenes stuff. But through those friends, I made a lot of different connections with, some celebrities and some other producers and some really, really talented artists. One of which who actually saw my audition, he produced my EP. So the one that's on Spotify right now, it's called The Breakup. He produced the entire thing for free. He was like, I just want to help you. Like, you're incredible. And he is an absolutely amazing producer.
Yeah, big up to him as well, because that's love. That's love what he's done.
Yeah, it was very, very very pure intentions, and I love him for it.
Yeah, man, that's love. I like to hear when people do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because in life, I don't think everything's got a paycheck with it. You know what I mean? So when you hear people doing stuff like that, you just know, say that's done out of love. So big up to that.
And then it makes you want to help somebody else out. Like, it makes you want to be like, okay, you know what? This person did this for me. Let me help you out in any way that I can.
Exactly. So yeah, big up to the gentleman who done that. That's enough respect. Next thing I want to ask you now. You've got some really beautiful sounding music. Yeah.
Thank you.
How do you? Let's say, like, we're going to go into a day of your life now. How do you prepare yourself to make a tune? Do you have to put on, like, candles? Is there, like, a cool settings with some incense burning? How's it go? How's it go for you?
Normally, I'm very secluded when I write. Like, sometimes I've been in studios where they'll bring their entire posse of friends, and it's like 15 people in the studio. Everybody's drinking and like turning up. I can't do that. Like, I need it to be just me and the producer, and maybe one other person if they're gonna sit and be quiet. But normally I like to write like in the evening. So usually it's in the evening. I have to have my shoes off. I can't concentrate if I have my shoes on. I have to be comfortable. So I'm usually wearing sweats and, you know, with my hair pulled back and no makeup. And then I hear the track and I'll start like freestyling some melodies on the mic. And then I just start throwing words to it. And it usually takes me about, I would say maybe like 30 minutes to an hour to write a full song.
Okay, got you. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, for the young singers out there, for the young singers that have maybe no manager, no direction, but got a voice and wanna reach people, what advice can you give them?
The biggest piece of advice I can give them is to just push content. You can't release one song in a year and expect everybody to, you know, for it to blow up. For real. I've been doing music since I was 15. I've been in this industry for a long time, and it's a lot. There are a lot of songs that I've made that people have never ever heard. There are a lot of people that have told me, you know, this is horrible. I don't like this. I've heard it all. I've heard people tell me that I think I'm better than I actually am. You have to be able to deal with the negative side of things, and then you have to just keep putting out content. Especially now in the digital age with social media and all that stuff. There's so many platforms that you can go to promote your music. Some of it's a little pricier than others, but you can absolutely promote stuff on even Instagram. Instagram has the button where you can promote your stuff over like 5 days or, you know, a whole month. So just take advantage of social media and put out as much as you can.
I like the way you answered that, because you actually answered my next question, which would have been what would have been the highs and lows of being an artist. But I got that. You broke it down. I like that. All right. So you see, like when you sing, yeah, when you're on the stage and you've got a crowd of people in front of you, yeah. What happens to you at that point when you sing your first note? Do you concentrate on the mic? Do you concentrate on what you're singing? Or do you... Some people said that they kind of block out the crowd. Some people kind of get in with the crowd. How do you handle it?
So before I get on stage, I'm usually really nervous. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, what are the lyrics? I don't even remember what I'm singing. Why am I here? Who am I? And I can't think of anything. Like, my hands are shaking. But as soon as I get out there, I know if I hit the first note right, everything else will be good. Like, everything else will just fall into place. Right. As far as the crowd, usually I can't look at anyone. I don't know why. So the bigger the crowd, the more comfortable I am, because it's harder to focus on everybody. Yeah. But if it's a small venue and there's like 20 people watching me, I can feel everybody's eyes on me and like immediately want to throw up.
That's big. That's big.
I get really nervous when it's a small venue, which is weird because some people are like, no, I need less people. And I'm like, no, I will fall off the stage, like my knees will buckle, I'll pass out, something.
All right. So, what is the nicest thing that a fan has ever said to you, and what was it that stuck in your head?
Okay, so one of the songs that are on my EP, it's called I Knew. And it's more of a ballad. And that's one of the songs I'm actually the most insecure about as far as the vocal performance. I felt like I could have done better, and so I was really like iffy about that song. But I had somebody send me a message on Instagram and tell me that they were going through a breakup, and they were literally like, they stumbled upon my EP, and they only stumbled upon it because it's called The Breakup. And when they heard that song, like, it brought them to tears, and they were like, you know, even though I cried, it was so therapeutic for me, and like, thank you so much for sharing that, because it made me feel like I wasn't the only one that went through it. And that stuck with me because that's all I want to do with my music. Like, I want people to know, like, they're not alone, and I want them to be able to relate to the things that I'm saying. You know, a lot of people will talk about, like, spending racks and buying a whole bunch of stuff that they don't need, and grills and ice and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't do that. First of all, I'm cheap. I don't like to spend money on a lot of things. So that's definitely not what I'm going to be singing about. But at the same time, like, I just want majority of the people who listen to music are not the ones that are driving Lamborghinis. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I like that. That's real what you said. Would you say that your music is more for the ladies, or is it just for everyone?
You know, my music, I thought was going to be more for girls. Honestly, when I put it out, I was like, you know what, this is going to be something that, like, all my girls can vibe to, and, like, they're going to feel kind of empowered when they listen to it. But surprisingly, when I look at the statistics on who listens to my music, it's like 52% men and 48% women. Like, wow. It's so crazy. I thought it was going to be the other way around.
That's big. I like that.
Yeah, so it's awesome being able to appeal to everybody, you know?
Yeah. And last few questions now, yeah?
Sure.
What would you say that music, singing, yeah? I'm not talking about rapping or nothing like that. I'm talking about singing, yeah? What would you say that does to human beings?
Wow. In my opinion, I think it unifies people, because there are songs that I listen to that aren't even in English, and I can listen to them, and just the sound of it, like, I can feel if it's sad or if it's, you know, up tempo and it's, you know, a party song. It doesn't have to be in the language that I speak. I feel like the language of music is universal. And so I think it's one of the things that unites people, because it can literally change your mood. Like, if you're sad and you listen to a sad song, you can be more sad. You know, true. You're, you know, angry and you listen to, like, rock or something like that. Like, it like pumps you up, you know?
Yeah.
So I definitely think it's one of those things that unifies everybody. I know that sounds like such a cliche answer, but no, I feel like it's a cliche for a reason, you know?
No, it's real because, like you said, like, if you're going through a breakup and you listen to a certain tune, you can start picking out, wow, that's similar to what I'm going through right now. And when you're happy and you're on top of the world and you got money in your pocket and you hear another tune, I think music caters to the ego on a real.
Oh yeah.
It certainly does. It certainly does.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I'm stealing that for my next interview.
All right, so where can the stalkers, the fans, and the general public find you?
Well, like, musically or physically?
Only on the music. Okay. We don't want them to get to you physically.
So musically, you can find me on any platform under Angelica Nicole, Nicole. And on Instagram, they can find me at I am Miss Angelica, and that's IAMMS Angelica. And I tend to be really, really interactive with my followers. I love when people reach out to me and, like, even just talk to me. Like, if you're going through some stuff, sorry, I don't want to curse.
No, it's free. So you can say anything you want.
Oh, okay. So if you're going through some shit, like DM me, you know, talk to me about it. Like, it's cool. I love to talk to people and, like, reach out to people and make sure that everybody's doing good, because, you know, we're a community. 100.
I love that. I rate that. And last of all, any shout outs or big ups to anybody?
So of course my producer, his name is J Classic, and that's just the letter J Classic. He's been amazing. He's been an amazing producer of mine, and like I said, did everything for me just out of the goodness of his heart. A really good friend of mine who is an actor and comedian, and he pushes my stuff all the time. His name is Afion Crockett. Incredibly funny guy. and super, super, super talented. And then just a friend of mine, his name is Sharif, and my other friend, he goes by the Vujade, Vujade. He's an incredible producer as well, and Sharif is an amazing artist. So, yeah, just really, really grateful to be surrounded by really talented people. And also to you, thank you so much for being so patient and like staying on top of messaging me. I know it's been kind of hard for us to get in contact with each other, but I really appreciate like you having me on here and like helping me out.
No, the pleasure's all mine, seriously, and I thank you very much for accepting my invitation to come on the show, because there's a lot of people that I talk to and I don't get through, but there's some people that I talk to and I do get through, and I'm grateful either way. Whether I do or I don't, I'm grateful either way, because you know it's all communication and it's all for the love. So
yeah,
yes,
and I hope I hope everything goes well for you. I hope you know your show turns into the biggest show in London, and I hope that you succeed in every little thing that you do. And
I return the same energy back to you, and I wish you luck in everything you do, and I know that you'll go through. With a voice like yours, you'll go through. You just need to just stay on it, even though times get hard and people say this and whatever happens. Yeah, as long as you believe in yourself, you can't fail.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. So,
well, I appreciate you very, very much.
Okay. Can I ask one favor before you go, though?
Yeah.
I saw a clip of you on YouTube, yeah? Mm-hmm. Singing At Last. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Can we just get at least like 10 seconds, 15 seconds of that, just for the English public to know what's really going on with you? Because you got a beautiful voice. And if they and if they, you know, they want to hear something.
Okay, of course. At last, my love's come along. My lonely days are over. And life is like a song. Oh, at last, the skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clover the night I looked at you.
Jeez. Hey, people, you heard that, right? That's just a little sample. But if you want more, you got to chase her up on that Insta, check her out on the YouTube, and any other platform she's at. Because I'm telling you right now, she's the lady right now. You are the lady right now.
Thank you.
I want to say thank you for your time, and, you know...
Of course, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Your energy that I receive through this phone is showing me that it's very good energy.
Thank you.
You know?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Same to you. Same to you. It's been very fun talking to you and very easy to talk to you, so I appreciate it.
Okay, so I want to say let's keep the link, because when we do these things, they're not just about interviews, they're about for life. You know what I'm saying? So
yes. So
let's keep the link and let's keep supporting each other. And I want to say good luck in everything and thank you for your time.
Same to you. Thank you so much.
And have a blessed day, yeah?
You too.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.